That's in your slides. Negotiation topics that need to be communicated, verbal and nonverbal skills, and the channels of negotiation communication. I think that's in my chapter 4, your chapter 7. Shall we get to that yet? Also, talk about defining distributive bargaining, discuss hardball tactics and their effectiveness. Also, what is a BATNA and what is its importance? Why should we have a BATNA? We need to have Plan B. Okay? You want to develop that answer. So let me know when you're ready and I'll give you the next slide.
Ready.
So you guys are up to date. Yeah. People in my Abu Dhabi class, oh wait, I'm writing it.
We have technology, sir.
Yeah, you're advanced technology students.
Yeah.
That's because most of you are part of the,
plus.
most of you are millennials. You ready? Yeah. Next slide. Okay, this is it. So, integrative bargaining versus distributive. Know the difference between the two. One is win-win, one is win-lose. So, what are the key characteristics that define both? And what are the goals of both? One is winning, one is finding interest-based solutions. Okay? Got it? Ethical schools of thought regarding negotiations. Remember I said on that slide I had the 4 different, that's the answer. So, what are the ethical schools of thought regarding negotiations? What are ethical principles of using tactics? So, discuss a little bit about whether you consider tactics to be ethical or not ethical. It's up to you. There's really no wrong or right answer. It's how how you feel about that. Okay? But you have to support your position. So, ethical schools of thought regarding negotiations, ethical principles of using tactics, and misrepresentation. And if you remember, misrepresentation was omission and commission.
Yes.
Remember that? That's that part of that answer. There is international. International negotiations, environmental and immediate context. There's the first 2 slides in that presentation. One has environmental, one has immediate. Remember, environmental is what impacts your negotiations, you don't control it. Immediate impacts your negotiations, but you have a level of control.
You said no questions.
I'm wrong. There was one. I was wrong. No, I didn't think there was, but there is. Hey, be happy I left out perception, cognition, and emotion. That was worse. On impasse, what causes impasse? What are the effects of impasse? What are the negative and positive aspects of impasse? And what are some of the methods and strategy to resolve impasse? We just covered that. So you have a major question on impasse, you have a question on international, you have a question on ethics, integrative, you have one on distributive, and then you have a couple on communication. You will pick 4 of those 7. Yes?
This is very general topics.
What is the most important?
No, it's okay.
I don't think they're general at all. I think they're quite specific.
So each question will have 2 parts?
Each question has 2 parts. Part A, Part B. That's standard procedure.
So what will we cover in the exam? There's a compulsory question.
What? Say again?
Compulsory question.
Compulsory
question.
Compulsory? Yeah, compulsory, you answer 4 of the 7 given.
Yeah.
You pick. You pick. There are 7 essay questions. You will answer 4 of the 7. You pick any 4 you want. So if you don't want to answer anything on international negotiations, don't bother preparing for it. You'll answer something else. That's up to you guys. Okay? Whatever you feel comfortable with. This allows you to prepare in advance the topics. Okay? I can't get any more specific than that. I'm pushing the rules now.
There will be a question on ethical schools. A and B on ethics, or A on different topic?
No, normally you will have an A and B on ethics. You'll have another one on international. You'll have an A and B on impasse. You'll have an A and B on communication.
Don't mix it. I mean,
No.
A ethical, B another thing.
No, no. You'll have an A and a B specifically on ethics, an A and a B specifically on impasse. So if you look at this, if the question on impasse, this is probably going to be A, this is probably going to be B.
So the topic by two questions. The topic will be two questions.
Yeah.
2 parts.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like to call it 2 questions, that's confusing.
parts.
Each question has a part A and part B.
About the same topic.
Yeah, about the same topic.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, there is a case study that has several questions on it. Do I have that in here? Oh, also, yeah, did you guys, you guys will get a glossary of negotiation terms if you didn't get it already. They should be sending you a glossary of negotiation terms. That's what your essay topic is based on. Excuse me.
MCQ.
That's what your multiple choice questions. A lot of them are based on the glossary of negotiation terms. I think it's about 5 or 6 pages of different terms. Okay. Did you get it?
No.
Okay. I will remind them to send that out to you. They should. that
You
should
have
be
our
sent.
emails, right?
Yeah, I have your email.
You can send it to us.
Well, they're supposed to send it. If they don't send it, I will send it.
Actually, they didn't send anything.
Wow. The case study, what I suggest you do, since I'm giving you all this information, go to Google and look up the 1981 PATCO nationwide strike. It is a negotiation. Everybody knows what an air traffic controller is, right? In the United States, back in 1981, the Air Traffic Controllers Union was called PATCO, okay? Air traffic controllers nationwide were negotiating a contract with the U.S. government, okay? The FAA, Federal Aviation Association, Federal Aviation Agency. During the negotiations, okay, they became deadlocked. And the negotiations broke down. Government workers are forbidden by federal law from going on strike, particularly federal workers that are in the public safety aspect. However, they threatened to go on strike. The government got an injunction from the courts to prevent them from going on strike, and they went on strike anyway. And there was a fairly new president of the United States at that time, Ronald Reagan, my favorite. And he told them to go back to work, and they kind of thumbed their nose at the president. So what did the president do? There were 11,000 air traffic controllers on strike nationwide at every airport. And Reagan fired all of them. Not only did he fire them, he banned them from any government job for the rest of their life. I kind of like that. It's a nice touch. So that's what it's about. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 questions. One gets into distributive versus integrative bargaining as it applies to that case study. One looks at ethical conduct versus fairness. One looks at conflict resolution initiatives, and the other is whether you agree that the whole process was fair or unfair. So there's really no wrong or right answers here. You read the case study, it's very short. It's basically more of a creative response for this case study. What?
Mandatory?
Yeah. It's part of the exam.
And the answer is only searching from Google. We're going to get the answer from Google.
No. No. All I suggested is you do a little research on this so you know a little bit more about it. There really is, as long as you answer the 4 questions, give your opinion, it's an opinion question. There's no wrong or right answer. As long as you write an opinion and develop your answer, and they're short. They don't have to be big, long, essays. Just a few sentences. That's all you need to have for each question. There really is no wrong or right answer. Okay? It's an opinion question. What do you think? Okay? based on the case study. The case study is on the exam, you read it, you answer 4 questions. And again, they're not essay questions, they're very short answers. 2, 3 sentences, that's all you need. Okay? Got it? That and your multiple choice is your punishment for not doing a research project. They get you on the exam. I'm joking. Okay. Any questions? Anyone want to see anything? Anybody want to see another slide? One of these again? We got everything? I will do my best to get this stuff sent out this week. I need somebody to contact me. My email, where did I put my email? I need somebody to contact me within the next, let's say, 4 or 5 days if you don't get this information from the school, from administration. All right, here's my email right there. So contact me and say, hey, we didn't get the slides. Hey, we didn't get the abbreviated slides. Hey, we didn't get, we didn't get something. Send that to me. Let me know. So if the school fails to send it out, I will send it out. It's a lot easier for them to send it than me.
They have the email.
I have a sheet, what I think is everybody's email. Hopefully everybody's email. Hope I can read. That's why it's easier for them to send it out than me. They will send it out, believe me, it's not a big issue.
Okay.
Everybody got it?
Yes.
AGHR consultant at Gmail. That's AG, the first 2 letters of my name. AGHR consultant at gmail.com. That is my email address that I use for this program. I have like 5 email addresses. Sure, no problem. Just use the same one.